So guys, how are you today? Yes? Good? So is the sound good? Do you want to make it louder? No. So we just talked to Inga and we decided to change a little bit the program. I hope you don't mind if you will have your lunch a little bit later today, just a little bit. And instead of having two presentations, one before lunch, one after, we can just combine them in one right now. But we will then have to jump from one thing to another and cover a number of things. So first of all, my name is Vladimir. This is my colleague Tatiana. This is my colleague Elena. We all come from American Language Center Advanced Buyukai. So we are located on Yongange, basically not far from here, just around the corner. So we specialize in teaching different specialized courses like Business Summer Academy, Scholarship Winner Secrets Academy. We have X Introduction course, Academic Writing course, IELTS preparation course, TOEFL preparation course. And today we're invited to talk about IELTS and TOEFL, but we also would like to talk about some of the exchange programs which Inga told me that you didn't discuss during this conference so far. And then also we would like to tell you about a very interesting opportunity for you, which you have related to our writing center. It's the first writing center in Moldova. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about TOEFL, IELTS, exchange programs, and writing center. That's the outline, the agenda for today. Okay? I'm not going to show you our regular TOEFL presentation because I assume that you guys all know a lot about TOEFL. I know that some of you took TOEFL already, some of you prepared for TOEFL. Maybe you have some specific questions about TOEFL test. If you do, please feel free to ask. Okay? Any questions?
How to apply for business?
Very easy. There is only one way to apply. You have to go on the official website of the organization which administers this test. And this organization is called ETS. So you go to ets.org and you just create on their website your profile. Okay, so this is their website. Here you need to choose TOEFL. Okay, the website is ets.org. You choose TOEFL. Then here you need to create your own TOEFL IDT account, just like account on Facebook. Okay, and it will always be there. From this account, you register for the test, you order TOEFL certificates, you send your certificates to universities, you buy lots of different products from this organization. Okay, it's very user-friendly. So, to check if, you can also check the dates, when you can take TOEFL test, the location, test center where you can take it. There are 4 official registered test centers in Moldova. And you just register for the test also here. So let's say that you want to check when is the next test. You can see a list of testing sites, dates, and fees here. Okay. First, you need to choose the country. So we probably want to choose Moldova. Okay. And then you see all the possibilities right here. You can take the test tomorrow, by the way, November the 5th. Then in a week, so you can take it 3 times in November, 3 times in December, 2 times in January, 3 times in February. It will cost you $170. Okay?
What about how much does it take until you get all the documents, the results?
Okay.
If I go and take the TOEFL tomorrow, how?
Okay. So if you take the test tomorrow, then your results will be available here on this website in electronic format on your account in 10 days.
Okay, but
So you will be able to log in and see your results in 10 days, basically in the middle of the month.
okay, but after we see the results, how about the documents that we have to take to school? For example, if you don't want to write back at English,
Uh-huh.
and you-
So back is one thing. If you want to send TOEFL certificate to your university, it's another thing. And also, if you want to send one copy to your home address and just keep it, just the way I did, it's another thing. So first of all, if you want TOEFL certificate for BAC, if I'm not mistaken, the deadline for producing the certificate is some, sorry? 10th of April, yes, it's the middle of spring, so you have quite a lot of time. And do you need to, the first year, it was possible for you just to print out the page from your account, just show it, and say, I took TOEFL test, here's my result. But as far as I understand now, they really want to see the original. That's right? Okay?
But you can write the ministry code in the recipient.
That's right.
There is a special code.
Yeah? Say it again?
You don't have like, you can write the code, yes, of course, but you have like to send the kind of check it because
Yeah, they make it more complicated because it's Moldova. Yes. But generally speaking, it works like this. From your account on ETS website, you can send your certificate or your results to almost any institution which is registered on their website. And every institution, every university, Oxford University, Cambridge University, or Ministry of Education, they have a serial number, a code. So you just introduce this code, and then the system sends this information to them. And I assume that because it's their business, it doesn't go through you, it probably doesn't go through normal post. I think it should be pretty quickly. They should communicate, talk to each other pretty quickly. Especially if it's about universities. Okay? And then another piece of advice would be, if they didn't change it, then it's still like this. If you introduce these codes of these universities and this Ministry of Education before taking the test, you can introduce like 5. And the organization ETS will send your test results to these 5 institutions for free. You don't need to pay for this. But if you really want to make sure that you have a good result, okay, you want to receive the result first, and then to send the results to these universities and institutions. Then for each result, for each such inquiry, they will charge you. And if I'm not mistaken, they will charge you something like $17.
For every university?
Yes. Yes. But let me tell you one secret. If you take a TOEFL test and get bad results, and then in 2 months take the test again and receive good results, and ask ETS to send the result to Ministry of Education or university, they will send all tests, all your test results. They will send a good one and a bad one. Okay? This is how it works. So there is no way for you, if you fail and receive low grade ones, just to somehow like hide it. And so university will have this information anyway, which means that you don't lose anything if you introduce these 5 codes from the very beginning and send the certificate for free. Then there is a chance that you will have a good result on your TOEFL test, and then the university will receive this information and it will not cost you anything. Okay? Does it make sense? Do you understand what
Yes.
I'm talking about? Okay. Right. Another thing. They will stop sending results if, you know, they say the TOEFL certificate is valid for 2 years only.
Yes.
Okay. So what does it really mean? It really means that they stop sending your results to institutions after 2 years. They say, oh, we don't know what happened with your English. Maybe it's improved or not, so you need to take the test again. But you need to understand that this is a business. It's a huge organization, they make huge amount of money. So they want you to take the test again, all over again, okay? They want you to pay money each time. Well, there is a way to get around this. For example, I did my master's in the UK at Warwick University. And now if I would be applying for other exchange programs or universities or scholarships, I can waive this requirement. I can say, I'm not going to take TOEFL tests again because I studied in an English-speaking country, and it's fine. They don't want it. So I have like this, this jab, this inoculation. I don't need to take TOEFL anymore. I'm fine now. Yes. In the applications, if you see, there are often different boxes you can check. So, for example, if if you're an international student, for example, and you apply in the UK, it means that basically you studied outside of the UK. But if you're an American and you studied in English, do you need to take TOEFL test? No. Just say I'm American. So there is a box for that. Okay. But if you studied in Australia, you're probably also fine. But there are different boxes. You just say, but I need to take TOEFL test, or I took TOEFL test already, or I don't need to take TOEFL test. I just write explanation why. Okay. So I took my TOEFL test more than 2 years ago, and basically this is how it looks like. Let me show you. Okay, I have a very scary picture there. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yes. So this is my TOEFL certificate. Okay. And I knew that at some point it will expire, and these guys will want me to take the test again. So I decided to be creative, and I bought one original of this certificate, and asked them to send it to my home address. Okay, and that's you ask how much time it can take. Yes. Well, I thought it would be pretty quick because the certificate was supposed to travel from the United States, where they have their headquarters, to Britain, to the UK, where I lived at that time. Okay, and I thought, well, it would happen very quick. And I waited for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months, and it still was not there. Okay. And I called their headquarters in Princeton and asked them, well, I ordered a certificate, but it hasn't arrived yet. What can we do? And they told me that probably it was lost by British Post. Okay? And they decided to issue another certificate for me for free. Okay? And 2 months later, I actually received it. So basically, in my case, I don't know if it's regular case or something unusual, but I had to wait for like 5 months before I got my certificate. And now I have it, I can always show it at different interviews or to different universities. And it's a really, really, really interesting thing, this certificate. So one thing for you guys. If you are going to order this certificate, just to have a copy, try to do it in advance. Try to do it early, because you never know how much time it will take before you get the certificate. But this certificate is really cool. Have a look. In the top right corner, it says there, ETS security guard, CBAC for details. So do you have any idea what that is? It's in blue, so basically like a stamp. It wasn't printed on the printer. And it's called security guard. So do you know what that is? Yeah, but how do they prove it? How do they prove it? If you have a look at the back of this certificate, is written this. ETS security guard text is printed with a special heat-sensitive ink for security. To activate this security feature, apply heat to the text. either by rubbing it or blowing on it, like this. And the ETA security guard text will disappear. So, well, my certificate kind of expired. Yes, I took the test more than 2 years ago, but I have it at home, and it has this security guard stamp. So if I give it to any university or any employer, they might still accept it and say, well, it's okay. It's an authentic, real certificate. So maybe it's a good idea to order a couple of copies to your home address before it expires, as I say. Okay? Huh? Yeah, because nobody's going to say, oh, you took this test 2 years and 1 day ago. It's not valid anymore. Nobody's going to say that. Okay? All right. So, do you have any other questions about TOEFL?
How much time the test is?
Lasts
Yeah.
4 hours, approximately. And there are 4 sections: reading, listening, break, speaking, and writing. They test 4 skills.
What if you don't get the score that you wanted at one, for example, listening? Can you repeat only?
No, you need to repeat the whole thing.
Okay.
You can't just take listening section again or speaking section again. Okay? Yes?
Do you know how to calm down during the test?
How to calm down during the test? Well, yes. Well, let me tell you what we do at our center and how we try to help our students to calm down before the test. So many language schools in Chisinau, somehow, I don't know how they do that, but they're trying to prepare for TOEFL test just using books. Just books. It's a really silly way to try to prepare the student for TOEFL IBT test, which he or she will need to take on a computer using just books. It's not going to work because he will have a huge amount of stress because you will see this program, this software, all these buttons and arrows for the first time in your life. Of course, you will have a lot of stress. So, we do it differently. We actually recommend our students to use Cambridge TOEFL preparation CDs. Okay, they have. It's one of the best sources. They have 7 complete simulation tests. And these simulation tests are almost identical to the ones you're going to have on your TOEFL test. So the arrows are in the same place. You know, sometimes you first read the text, and then when you answer the questions, this text disappears, but sometimes it stays there. So these tests, this Cambridge test, behave just like the real TOEFL test. And we, in our TOEFL preparation course, ask our students to take 7 tests. So the preparation course is 8 weeks long, and every weekend we give them as a homework to take 1 test, and they take the entire thing, reading, listening, speaking, writing, for 4 hours as a homework. And because you do it so many times, it really builds your confidence. Well, imagine, the program will score your reading and listening section automatically. At the beginning of the first test, it would probably have really low scores, but then as you study more strategies and more different types of questions, it would really improve. And then, repeatedly, for example, at test 5, 6, and 7, you will get like 24, 25, 24, 25, 24, 25. Would this build your confidence? Well, of course, you'll feel like, oh, I need like 20 to get 80, but I have 25, so I'm fine. And then you're not nervous. It really helps to build your confidence. So you don't need to drink anything, to take any pills. You just need to be confident.
This program is for free?
Which program?
Language.
It's a book. It's actually a book. I'm not sure if I can show to you how it looks like. TOEFL prep. This is how the book looks like. We have it in our office at the American Language Center. So if you really want to take the test, you can stop by and we can tell you how to do it. Basically, there is this. Oh, sorry. It's very difficult. The computers are connected to the internet. So as you can see, as you can see now, I hope. Yes. So this is the book, and it has this CD with 7 practice tests on CD-ROM. So you have actually to install this CD on your computer. Okay? We have it installed in our office, so you can stop by and take the test there. Or if you sign up for our TOEFL preparation course, we will also explain to you how to do that. Or you probably all know about English Advising Center on Pushkin 16. Okay? They also have their small resource center with a couple of computers, and I do believe this test is installed there as well, so you can just go there and take the test there. Okay? Alright. Cool. Any other questions?
Which of these tests is the most difficult?
Sorry?
Which part of the reading, listening, writing?
Which part of the test is more difficult? It's the most difficult. It depends entirely on you. Okay? Because one person would have really, really low listening, really bad listening skill. And then for you, the most difficult part would be listening, and you would need to practice more listening. But some people would have really good ear, they would play some musical instruments, they're easy at catching different accents. So listening section for them would be like easy peasy Japanesey. But for them, for example, speaking would be difficult. They cannot speak, they're afraid to speak. So it depends on you, it depends on the personality. Okay? But if you will be taking this practice test from the CD, you would really see which section is the lowest, which section has the lowest score, and then you can just work more on that section. Okay? Good. So if you don't have any questions about TOEFL or IELTS, we can move on. Talk about other things. Okay? Okay. So, my friends, before we start talking about several exchange programs, which I really want you to know about these exchange programs, or you can just ask Mihaela to tell you about them, and she will do a great job. But before that, I would like to tell you about our writing center. So, you see this nice poster here, which says, the first writing center in Moldova. So we recently got a grant from US Embassy and US State Department for developing this writing center. And for you, it means that you now can get help at any stage of writing process when you write in English. But guys, I'm pretty sure that not many of you are familiar with the concept of a writing center. So do you know what a writing center is? Now, let me tell you one thing. Every good university in the West, Oxford, Cambridge, almost any university in the West, in Western Europe and the United States, has a writing center. They sometimes call it differently. Sometimes they call it Center of Applied Linguistics. Sometimes they just call it Writing Center. But in a nutshell, it's the same thing. Well, imagine how many universities in Moldova have a writing center? To my knowledge, 0. Okay? None of them. Okay? Why do you think these universities in the West are so keen to help their students to improve their writing? And it's not only for students, it's also for professors who want maybe to write a paper and want to polish it and improve it and want somebody else to have a look at the article before it's published. So why do you think American, British, and European universities actually spend money, establish these writing centers, and help their students and professors to improve their writing style? Why do they need that? Who needs writing, huh? It's a basic skill? Really? You need writing skills? Why? Why?
For example, even in the non-traditional level for the university, they appreciate how you write, the way you write and things like this. And many times in your life you will face some different situations where you have to present yourself not just by speaking, but by writing, and there is like the connection with the emotion, and you should know how to write.
I completely agree with you. So when you apply for university or when you apply for a scholarship, you do that in writing. When you apply for a job, you write. Your CV is a text. When we applied for the grant, we had to send a grant proposal. Okay? Also, we wrote it in many pages. So in this modern world today, you are not what you eat. And you're not what you drink. Very often you are what you write. Right? Okay, so that is why American universities and British universities are so interested in helping their students to improve their writing style. And that is why we decided also maybe to try to do this in Moldova. As I told you, no university in Moldova has a writing center. That is why we established one, and the idea was supported by US Embassy in Moldova. And they basically covered most of the expenses we're going to have in the first year of our work. I'm talking now about this academic year, 2016, 2017. Guys, what does it mean for you? Okay? How you can benefit from this writing center. So the idea is very simple. If you write an application essay, or personal statements, or a cover letter, or business letter, or even TOEFL essay, you can send it to us, and we will be absolutely happy to proofread it, check it, review it, and send it back to you. So in these handouts, which some of you have, yes, you have this page which says, do you write in English? ALC Advanced Writing Center, help at any stage of the writing process. So it says down here that you can bring your paper to us or just send it electronically at alcbuyukan.writing@gmail.com, and we will review this paper and send it back to you in track changes format. So we will, you will see what changes we made, and you will see comment on the side, and you will see some suggestions down there below your essay. And if something is unclear, then you can also arrange an individual consultation, which will last for 20 minutes, and you will meet with one of our experts, and they will just discuss your paper. Okay? If something not clear, or what is a mistake here, or what I should change, or how I should rewrite it. Okay? And also, the third part of this grant is presentations. Every other Saturday, we organize a presentation on one aspect of writing. So far, we've done 3 presentations. If you missed them, don't worry, they're all on our YouTube channel. Okay? One presentation was how to write a personal statement. One presentation was about citations and plagiarism, also very important aspect of writing. And the third presentation was about grant proposal writing. How to write a grant and get money for your project, for your idea. The next presentation is tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, you can come to our office at Johan 6 позиція Барагова. Okay? And tomorrow's presentation is, guess what? TOEFL and IELTS writing section secrets. So we're going to talk about TOEFL writing section, secrets, and IELTS writing section, secrets, basically how to write a good essay on TOEFL and IELTS. You are very welcome to stop by if you want. Tomorrow and Saturday at 10 o'clock. Okay? So guys, if you probably will be applying soon for different universities and scholarships. By the way, I said so many times this word scholarship. Do you guys know what a scholarship is? If you don't know, we have visual aid here. Okay? So this is a scholarship, basically. Okay? If you get a scholarship, they tell you, congratulations. Ta-da! You got the scholarship. Okay? Yeah, because some of the scholarships, they really cover a lot. They can cover your tuition fees. In UK, it can be 10, 20,000 pounds. In the US, it can be $40,000, $60,000 per year. They also sometimes cover your accommodation expenses, your living expenses, your food, books. So if you calculate, it's a lot of money. Okay? So I think that in my scholarship in 1 year, when I studied at Warwick University, I got probably about $40,000 in total, because they covered my tuition fees and flights and visa and food and accommodation, everything. It was a full scholarship. Okay? So, if you're going to apply for different scholarships, if you're going to write letters, emails, essays, feel free, if you need any help, feel free to send them to us and we'll send them back to you in a couple of days with some corrections and suggestions. Okay? Any questions about this writing center? No. No. Okay. Also, guys, you probably have this newsletter on the handouts. Yes? Do you have it? No? So have a look at this newsletter, guys. These are events which we organize on a regular basis in our center. Okay? And they are always with native speakers of English, always with Americans. Okay? And they're always free. And they're super interesting. And you're very welcome to come and participate. So one thing which I love very much is our book club with Will Dixon, which we do every Saturday at 12 o'clock. So Will Dixon is our teacher, and he has a degree in literature and arts from his university in Massachusetts. Okay? And he is very good in discussing different stories. So what we do every Saturday, we basically take a short story, we put it on our Facebook page. You guys just find it online, you read it at home, and then when you come on Saturday at 12 o'clock, you are already ready for the discussion. Okay? And you just discuss it with other people who come to the book club, and you discuss it with Will Dixon. And I told you that he has a degree in literature, so he's really good in discussing this. So you're very welcome to come, to stop by, especially if you like to read. We read cool authors like Stephen King, Kurt Vonnegut. Tomorrow it's Gabriel Garcia Marquez, I think. And you can find the story on our Facebook page. Okay? You can just find American Language Center Buyukan on Facebook. Just like our page on Facebook, and you will always receive these notifications about all the events we do. Other two events which I like very much are movie night on Tuesday at 6 and documentary night and English discussion club on Thursday at 6. So we have a friend, his name is Tony, he's from California, and he actually, from Moldova, works remotely for American TV channel, for Disney. Okay? So he is really into movies, he's really into discussing all these movies. He chooses very interesting movies, and we just watch them, and it's good, another opportunity for you guys to improve English. So you come, if like reading is too boring for you, if like reading 3 pages is like, oh, I'm not going to do this. You just come, watch a movie in English with English subtitles. We also give you Coke and popcorn. After the movie, you discuss it with Tony. Okay? And also, in a couple of weeks, we're launching a debate club with our friend Tiffany and our friend Mihaela. So you can just stop by, and it will be every Monday, or I don't remember, every other Monday at 4. But all this information is on our Facebook page. Just like us on Facebook, American Language Center Buyukhan. Okay? And finally, do you have any questions about events? About clubs? Okay. So before you go to lunch, I have some really important and interesting information for those who are from the 10th form. So how many of you are in the 10th form? Can you raise your hand? Okay. How many of you are in the 11th form? And 12th form? Okay. So, you guys heard about Flex, or you will hear later today. You probably heard about American University in Bulgaria. That's more like for guys from 12th form. Now, this information is for those who are from the 10th form, okay? For you guys. Apart from Flex, there are other 3 very interesting exchange programs. And you can only apply if you're in the 10th form. And you can only apply now, in November. Like the deadline is basically in a couple of days. You have like 5, 6, 7 days maximum before you can apply. And this is really cool. These 3 exchange programs, I will tell you a secret, not that many people know about them. Do you guys, have you ever heard about HMC scheme? Yes. Davis?
Yes.
And assist? Yes. So everybody who is in 10th form knows about that? No. Not everyone? Okay, good. So, well, here is visual aid. 3 Moldovan guys, right, with Moldovan flag, and they're obviously not in Moldova. Yeah, look at the background, okay? So they apply, and if I'm not mistaken, participated in the program called Assist, and now are students in America. Okay, just last year, okay? Okay? So all these programs are different, but they're very interesting. HMC is for the UK. If you participate in HMC program, you can go and study for 1 academic year in a British school, in a private independent boarding school. If you participate in Assist, you can go and spend 1 academic year in the United States and study in a private school. And the same about Davis. Davis is a really cool scholarship, but they don't give a lot of places to Moldova, just a couple. Okay? Do you know how to apply for these scholarships?
Yes.
How? Yeah, you just click on this button, Apply, okay? And you do it on the website debate.mede. Okay? Alright. And then, yeah, here is the description of these programs. You just click on this button, and then you fill a very straightforward form. So who is from 10th form? And you're not registered? Not yet, yes? Now, what's your name? Dinara. So, Dinara. Is not a what? Like this? Can you spell it? Like this? Wow. Your email address? Well, if you don't want to do it, you can do it later, okay? I see some hesitation in your face. Email, home address, date of birth, home telephone, mobile telephone, and that's it. And just click submit button. And in a couple of days, they will contact you and invite you for a test, give you an application form to fill in. Okay? So please go for it. It's a really good opportunity. Even if they're not going to select you, it's still a good experience of participating in this exchange program, in the selection process, filling all these forms, taking all these tests, passing all these interviews. Okay? So guys, I told you today about TOEFL and IELTS, about our academic writing center, about our clubs, and about these exchange programs. Yes?
For example, if my dear friend is now a flexor and she's in 10th grade, can she apply for HTC and that is?
Well, it's very easy to try. So I don't know really if she can apply, but if I were her, I would apply. It's very easy to do.
Yes, my friend will do.
Well, she probably won't be able to go to the US again because they have this ban, right? Flexors. You can only, you have to come back and stay for 3 years in Moldova? Okay. These programs are private, so yeah, she should apply. It's a really good idea to apply. Okay? Right. If you want to read more about agency projects, you just go on their website, agency.org.uk, and you see here that in this site, in this website, they say that they accept student scholarships for students from 14 countries, and one of them is Moldova. Okay? So they do give scholarships to Moldovans. All information about this program is here. There was a cool picture here which I'm trying to find. Okay, and basically, guys, if you just let me explain what does it mean, guys. This is Merkiston Castle School, a school where I worked as a teacher of economics. And look at their grounds. The school is really amazing. So let me show. Look, this is the entire area of the school. Here kids live. Here they study economics. You probably saw. Let me find this. Explore our grounds. Just let me explain what you guys miss if you don't apply. So here is the picture of a school. What is this? Tennis courts. Okay? You see the circles here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess what that is? Huh? No. Yeah, sometime during the year they play rugby on this field, but this is for cricket. Okay? And every class in this school basically have their own field. Can you imagine? So you have sport, you have your own field, you go there and play, okay? So this is the school, it's huge, it's huge. Kids live here, they study economics here, history here, they play badminton here, this is their canteen, this is where they practice football, soccer, running, track and fields. So the school is huge. I was living in this house, and from my window I occasionally saw some deer, some animals and rabbits, coming from the forest and having fun here on this soccer football field. So really, if you apply and study for 1 year abroad, this will really be a life-changing experience for you. It will be really, really, really cool. So apply to as many programs as possible, and hopefully you will be selected, and then this will change your life. Okay? I don't have any other information for you. I just have one request. Guys, we have these posters here which basically explain the whole idea of the writing center in English, Romanian, and Russian. Basically, it says that if you guys are writing something in English, we can help you for free because the project was sponsored by US State Department. So I would leave these papers here. If you can take one or two and put them up in your school or your university, we will appreciate it very much. Because we are trying to spread this information and deliver it to every school. Once students at every school know about this project. Okay? So who can take? Yeah, okay. And you just put it up in your school, okay? Okay? If you can help me, just give everybody who can, oh, thank you. Just give one copy to everybody who can do it. And if you need more and can distribute more, please feel free to stop by our office and we'll give you more. Okay? Thank you, we appreciate your help. And then on your CV, you can put that you volunteered and helped to promote Academic Writing Center, okay? Okay, good idea. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? Thank you, stay in touch, and have a nice lunch.